Have you ever noticed how some people completely change after they get what they want from you? Maybe it was a friend. Maybe it was a partner. Maybe it was someone who seemed genuinely interested in your life. First, they were attentive. They called often. They checked on you. They made you feel valued. But the moment they got what they wanted, everything changed. The effort disappeared. The attention faded. And suddenly you're left wondering, was any of it real? In this video, we're going to explore the psychology behind why people change after getting what they want. Why someone can seem deeply invested in you one moment and become distant the next. Because the answer isn't always as simple as people being fake. In many cases, human psychology plays a bigger role than we realize. Let's dive in. One reason people change after getting what they want is because they were more excited about the pursuit than the outcome. Human beings are naturally drawn to anticipation. We often become emotionally invested in chasing a goal. Whether it's a relationship, a friendship, an opportunity, or a personal desire. The excitement comes from wanting something we don't yet have. But once that desire is fulfilled, the emotional intensity often decreases. The chase is over. The mystery is gone. And unfortunately, some people mistake the excitement of pursuit for genuine commitment. Another reason people change is because they were attached to what you provided, not necessarily to who you are. This can be difficult to accept. Sometimes people are drawn to the support, attention, validation, resources, or opportunities that another person offers. As long as they're receiving those benefits, they remain engaged. But once their needs are met, their motivation starts to fade. This doesn't always mean they plan to use you. Sometimes people don't even realize they're doing it. But their behavior reveals what truly mattered to them. One of the most painful truths about human behavior is that difficult situations reveal character, but so does success. When people are trying to get something, they often show their best side. They're patient. They're kind. They're attentive. But once they achieve their goal, the pressure to impress disappears. And what remains is who they truly are. This is why getting what they want often reveals priorities that were hidden before. Another common psychological pattern is familiarity. Human beings have a tendency to value things less once they become familiar. Think about it. People often appreciate what they had only after it's gone. The same thing happens in relationships. Once someone becomes used to your presence, they may stop appreciating the effort, care, and loyalty you bring. Not because you've become less valuable, but because they've stopped paying attention to your value. This is important. When someone changes after getting what they want, people often blame themselves. They wonder, was I not good enough? Did I do something wrong? But many times, the change has very little to do with you. It has more to do with the other person's mindset, emotional maturity, and values. Their behavior is often a reflection of who they are, not who you are. The real lesson isn't to stop trusting people. It's to pay attention to patterns. Watch how people behave when they no longer need something from you. Watch how they act when there is nothing left to gain. Because that's often when you see the most honest version of a person. Not during the chase, not during the promises, but after the goal has been achieved. At the end of the day, people change after getting what they want for many reasons. Sometimes it's human nature. Sometimes it's emotional immaturity. And sometimes it's because their interest was never as deep as. But whatever the reason, their actions reveal valuable information. And the sooner you learn from that information, the better decisions you'll make about who deserves your trust. Before you go, I want to hear your thoughts. Have you ever had someone change after they got what they wanted from you? Share your experience in the comments. And if you enjoy learning about human behavior, relationships, and emotional psychology, subscribe to Vita Psychology, because the more you understand people, the less confusing they become.